In many countries, people now wear Western clothes, such as suits and jeans, rather than traditional clothing. Why is this the case? Is this a positive or negative development? 250 to 270 words. We are living in a time of fast-paced globalization, which brings immense changes to every aspect of human life. We are living in a time of fast-paced globalization, which brings immense changes to every aspect of human life. I think that's a very nice first sentence. Well done. Global markets, technology, such as the accessible internet, ubiquitous mobile phones and affordable travel options, such as cheap flights, make the world shrink and different cultures blend. Okay, I think this is actually quite good. Global markets, technology such as the accessible internet, ubiquitous mobile phones and affordable travel options such as cheap flights make the world shrink and different cultures blend. I think that sentence in itself is very acceptable, and I quite like it. One problem I think is such as, and the first thing I would do is change the second such as for something else. I was thinking of various different options like viz, namely, but I think like would be better. It just keeps it simple. Now, you've used commas in this series of different things, but in this case the pieces that you're using are quite big, the different things you're separating, and in this case I would use semicolons. And you can use semicolons instead of commas when you've got complicated things, because it can be very difficult to know exactly where it is. It separates the ideas better. Global markets, technology such as the accessible internet, ubiquitous mobile phones, and affordable travel options like cheap flights make the world shrink and different cultures blend. So I think this is fine. What I would like to put here, all whoops that like as well, all go to shrink the world, all go to shrink the world and blend different cultures. Now notice these changes I've made are only to make it sound more natural, more native, but it's pretty good. Popular social media dictates new trends, which are especially notable in copycat fashion. There are several reasons for this universal change. So, popular social media dictates new trends, comma, which are especially notable in copycat fashions. Well done, especially notable in copycat fashions. There are several reasons for this universal change, and I think we would put a colon here. And now you give the reasons. Firstly, international corporations corner the market and produce Western type attire to be offered in different parts of the world without the risk of a fall in sales due to cultural differences. Yeah, it works again. So, without the risk of I think I'm going to put with nothing wrong with what you put, with no risk of a decline in sales due to cultural differences. In the wake of that, the local garment industry disappears, and any traditional trends fizzle out. That's great. That's really nice. Secondly, fashion is often chosen as the symbol of social status. Secondly, fashion is often chosen as the symbol of social status. I think I would probably prefer A, one of them, which makes some brands more prodigious and desirable. For this reason, it's more alluring, okay, to stick to household names such as Burberry or Gucci. Thirdly, dressing style. Style of dressing, dressing style. I'm going to accept it as a noun-noun collocation. Helps us to identify social or professional groups. It's unlikely to meet the banker or CEO. Again, I would go a banker or CEO dressed in local attire and not wearing a Western type suit. Good. On top of that, traditional Western type, on top of that, I like your linker here. Western type clothes are usually more convenient and made of cheaper materials, are resistant to weather conditions, and therefore are more competitive in the market. On top of that, Western clothes are usually more convenient, are made of cheaper materials, are resistant to weather conditions, and therefore are more competitive in the market. Yep, I'm going to accept it as it goes. Despite numerous advantages such as affordability, comfort and availability, it would be imprudent to turn a blind eye to the drawbacks of Western clothes. Very nice. In most cases, local garments are composed of natural ecologic materials. As a rule of thumb, during a lengthy evolution, during their lengthy evolution, these clothes take the shape and form most suitable for the conditions they are used in. When we apply the rule that one size fits all, we may overlook the most salient point, the beauty of diversity. In my opinion, despite ostensible impracticality, traditional attire should be encouraged and at any cost. Okay, let's see, you've got a little grammar thing here. So in my opinion, despite ostensible impracticality, I love this phrase, ostensible impracticality, traditional attires should be encouraged at any cost and should be preserved and should be encouraged at any cost to preserve, no, you're right, and at any cost to preserve cultural traditions and regional distinctiveness, because this is saying why they should be preserved. Okay, this is a very good essay. On my first read through, I thought, maybe I'm going to give him a 6.5. But I think now on this second read through, reading through it very carefully and slowly, I like this a lot more. I think it's got a lot of good things going for it. I think it's got very interesting vocabulary. There are almost no mistakes. The use of grammar and range of grammar is very good. The use of vocabulary is very interesting as well. I think this is a very good essay, and you should be very proud of it. What am I going to give it overall? It answers the question fully. It holds together very nicely. I don't think you've written one that holds together so well. I think I'm going to give this 8.5 at C2. I think it's a really good essay. So well done, congratulations. So bye for now.